Good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Personal Transformation Seminars with Olumuyiwa Oludayo. Always a great privilege to host the audience every time they come in for these sessions. The Personal Transformation Seminars hold quarterly. They hold quarterly, and I host these sessions. And the first time ever, I'm having my friend. All of the time, it's always been me sharing. And today, I'm glad to have my friend and my brother, Ayodeji Akin-abiri, share with us today as we commence this season's session. Personal transformation seminars hold every quarter, and our goal is always to see how we can equip people with the right set of skills, insight, practicable insight, actionable insights that can enable them become better people. We draw our anchors from letting people know that work does not need to be easier. All you need to be is to be better, because when you become better, your work gets easier. We draw that anchor from the famous speaker, Jim Rohn, who says, never pray that your work gets easier. Rather, become better, because when you become better, your work gets easier. For us today, we're glad to have, I was almost saying Dr. Deji. I mean, an engineer. I'll get to his bio in a short while. But as I set the tone for today's conversation, it's important we know that number one, our objective for this edition is simply on mindset renewal. Right mindset. We need to have the right mindset to get things done. He's going to be sharing with us today the skill set for mindset reset. And all of us need to get to be on that frequency. What exactly are we also itching to accomplish? We want to be able to find timeless principles to hold on to in this dynamic time. The world that we live in today is very dynamic, and we're hoping that you can find an anchor to hold on to the things that Deji will be sharing with us today. Again, we believe that you can identify the right disposition that will produce durable results. It's going to help you reset your mindset. All right. And so in doing that, I can trust that you will find the right attitude. You will find the right attitude for the next phase of your life. We also want to be able to see how we can help you identify what to do when you're in a dilemma. What actions should you be taking when you find yourself at a crossroads? At a crossroad, this is where the answers will be given. Again, as we share tonight or this afternoon, we want you to be able to identify relationships that are worth leaning on. Many of us on this call have many reasons we're here today. One relationship or the other have brought you here. I'm excited about the quality of the people that have come here today to share. We want to be able to help you identify the association required to live a better life. Sometimes the perspective you need to be able to address a particular thing in your life is, basically because of the relationship that you find yourself in. And ultimately today, we want to be able to help you ascertain the things that you can be an advocate for. What are the things that you should amplify in your life? And what are the things that you should just relegate in your life? As Deji does this, let me help him set the tone. For me, I believe that life deals us cards. Life is like a game of cards, and you cannot determine what it deals you. Or whatever you have, you can still win the game of life. And with this session that we're having today, talking about mindset, let's look at life as a game of cards. I say here, as I bring this welcome to you, that the hand that you're dealt, every one of us has a hand that we've been dealt. And this will reflect the circumstances you're born into, your talents, your personality, and experiences that shape your starting point. I often tell the people here that you can't control the things like your family or your background or your situation, but you can still win in life. Now, how do you play the cards? Playing the cards that life gives you, that life deals you, represent the choices you make throughout your life. How exactly do you respond to circumstances? How do you respond to the skills that you develop? How do you ensure you identify the right path to take to determine your journey? Even as we say this, it's important we know that whenever life deals us with cards, we just want to win the game. And there is really no single definition of winning in life. For some of us here, winning can be about achieving your goals. For some other people, winning in life can be simply about finding happiness. Some other people believe that winning in life is making a positive impact in the lives of other people around them. Some other people still believe that winning in life is simply living a fulfilling life according to their values. But as we get set to listen to the one that has been prepared for this session, let me say a few more things like close in these opening remarks. Some people, a few people get better hands. Just like in the game of cards, some people are dealt easier hands. They might have more resources, more natural talents, supportive environments. But I want you all to remember on this call today that even a seemingly weak hand can be played well. The two things I need you to know as you deal with the cards that life has dealt with is that skill matters more than luck. While luck can play a role, that is, it can play a role based on expected opportunities or setbacks, it's your skill in playing the cards, which means your skill in making good decisions, your skill in adapting, your skill in learning. It is that skill in playing the card that has a greater impact on your outcome. Friends, please note that no matter the card that life has dealt you, the game is a long one. Life is a marathon and not a sprint. There will be ups and downs, good hands and bad. The key is to persevere, learn from your mistakes, and keep making the most of the cards you're dealt. And finally, friends, not everyone plays to win. Maybe your goal isn't to win in the traditional sense of winning. Maybe yours is about just enjoying the game, taking the risks, or simply playing with integrity. The important thing here is to find your own meaning and purpose. As I set the tone for today's conversation on the skill set for mindset reset, I'd like to let you know that there is nothing before you that can really stop you from gaining success in life. And today, it's my privilege to bring you the citation of our speaker for today, a good friend of mine, been my friend now for 22 years. And we have a mutual friend that is on the call also today with us. And I want to especially recognize Pastor Stephen Oga. Thank you, sir, for joining us. It's a great privilege to have you here. It's good to know that three of us were roommates. Three of us were roommates, and we can really share the story of how we all live together. And I can see my brother Leke Adegbulugbe. Leke, thank you also for joining us here. Thank you, Barnabas Suleiman, for joining. You all are the ones that knew Deji before he became an expert. You all know him before he started to express expertise in the things that he does. And I'm glad that you all are here to render support to us and to give maximum support. All right, just before Deji comes up, let me allow those who do not know Deji at all to please bask in the aroma of his profile. Ayodeji Akin-abiri is a highly skilled and results-driven project leader. He's renowned for his exceptional leadership and strategic prowess, with a proven record in overseeing a diverse portfolio of projects Deji has been recognized for his ability to drive success in complex and high-stakes endeavors. His rise in the corporate world was marked by his role as a project manager and director at several Fortune 500 companies, where he has led cross-functional teams to deliver innovative products on time and within budgets. As the leader that serves in 3 companies today, he demonstrates exceptional leadership and strategic vision, propelling his organizations to the forefront of their industries. His expertise extends beyond corporate management into public speaking, where he has become a sought-after thought leader. He has also made significant impact through his engagement in numerous high-profile events, including speaking at business summits, management masterclasses, strategic meetings, relationship seminars. I know that part of Deji. He's a good relationship coach. Trade fairs, IT training, leadership conferences, and wealth creation conferences, to mention a few. Beyond his corporate endeavors, Deji is a mentor to emerging project managers. And there are people on this call today that want to become project managers. It is one that has got a lot of certifications to validate his prowess. He's a mentor to emerging project managers, emphasizing the importance of adaptability and continuous learning. His strategic thinking, coupled with a natural talent for team collaboration, has propelled him into a top role as a project leader. He also serves on the board of several companies, contributing his vast experience and business acumen to guide corporate strategy and governance. Ladies and gentlemen, Deji's relentless pursuit of excellence and innovation continues to inspire professionals and entrepreneurs around the globe, making him an industry-leading project leader poised to drive impact for years to come. I'm delighted to bring my brother up for you right now, everyone. Please join me with a round of applause if you can. And if you can, use the emojis to give a rousing welcome to Ayodeji Akin-abiri shares with us today. Over to you, Deji.
Thank you so much, Dr. Oludayo, for that introduction. And thank everybody for finding out time to be here tonight. I know you could have been anywhere, but you're here with us tonight. And it's my expectation that the discussions we're going to have tonight would transform our lives in one way or the other. And I thank you in advance for the audience that you would grant me to this afternoon, this evening, maybe morning in some other regions tonight. So thank you so much. And I appreciate you so much, Dr. Oludayo, for this platform. I've been joining, and you're doing something great. Your personal transformation seminars have been great. Lives have been blessed. And I want to encourage you to keep it up. And you'll be continue to be strengthened in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. All right. So can you see my screen?
No.
Okay.
Yes, now we can see.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So can you see the screen very well now? I don't know what you're saying, but I just want to make sure what can you see now?
You can see your screen at the next slide that's come.
Okay, that's not what I want to show. Hold on, let me make sure that it's seeing the right screen. Not duplicate slideshow. All right, what about now?
You're not sharing yet.
It's not showing yet?
You're not sharing yet. You're not sharing your screen yet.
Oh, okay. I thought I was sharing. Share again. Window. Okay. Make it simple now. How about now?
Okay, slideshow.
Okay. Is it the one that is showing the next slide or the one that?
It's just showing your full document.
All right. I don't know why this is. Give me one more second. It's Let's try it one more time. I think I would just disconnect this one. All right, one more try. What about now?
A blank screen. This is what happens to project managers that use multiple screens to work. When you use multiple screens to work all by yourself,
I've disconnected. I've disconnected the other screen. You're still not seeing anything yet.
I can see myself.
I can see myself.
Okay. You can see yourself then. Can you see the slide now?
Yes.
Can you see my screen now?
Not at all,
No.
sir.
Okay.
It was coming up now. Yes, maybe we put this on display.
Okay.
We'll see your screen, but not the presentation.
Should be good now.
Yeah, we'll see the screen. We'll see.
Very well
now. All right. Sorry about that. I had to disconnect screens.
Yes, good.
All right. Can you hear me? Can you see the screen?
Yes, very clearly.
All right. Cool. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining tonight's this afternoon's seminar. The topic today is the skill set for mindset reset. I think this came about. We're just discussing one Saturday morning, and we're discussing about mindset, and we thought it good that we should, bring it to this seminar. Thank you so much for that, for giving me this opportunity to, to discuss the issue of mindset. All right. So, our topic today is the role of mindset, skill set for mindset reset. And, since this is a personal transformation seminar, the goal is that our mindset, our skill set, and also the tool set that are already available to us, that we can use it to transform our lives, our personal lives, professional life, whatever you want to apply. And why this is so important is because, our minds are very, very, very important to us. Your mind is either working for you or is working against you. That's why we have to take the issue of setting our mind very seriously. That means that we need to learn, we need to relearn, and we have to unlearn some things to get our mind set in the right way. Some our minds, maybe by some of the things we've done in the past, has been abused, and that means that we need to disabuse our minds so we can set our minds on the right path. So, and the objective for today, just like I've said, is to explore the role of mindset, the skill set we have to reset our minds, and the tool set that is available for us in this, just for our own, for personal transformation. And we're going to be discussing, the foundational aspects of mindset. What our mind? Why do we set our minds? The skills that we should work on developing in terms of setting our minds in the right way, and also to know the effects of not setting our minds the way it should be. So I would encourage that we pay good attention so that we can discuss. It's more of like a discussion. It's not more of like a class, because that's the only way we can talk about what is going on in our mind. So the agenda basically, what we're going to get, not in a structured way like that. It's about introducing what a mindset reset is, the concept of mindset, mindset management, the benefits of doing it, the strategies that we can deploy. What's the facts about what we have, the facts and the insight into our minds. And also we view the mindset of a champion, and we talk about the skill set necessary for it, and also the tool set necessary for it. And there's an effect called the Deja or the Vuja effect. We just glance through it a bit and apply it as as needed or as necessary. then we conclude. Sounds like a plan. Nobody's saying anything. Is that good? Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Everybody okay? All right.
Yes.
All right. So, what is our
Yes, please
mindset?
go ahead.
All right. What's our mindset? The mindset is our set of beliefs and attitudes that shape how we think and how we act. And there are different concepts to mindset. We're going to look at that. We have the fixed mindset. We have the growth mindset. The fixed mindset sees things as static. As not moving, as stable. While the growth is your ability or your capacity to develop your mind to be able to be relevant, especially in this fast changing world. And having a champion mindset aligns with if you have a growth mindset, that's when you are very resilient, you're ready to learn. The continuous learning part, it's there. And understanding what our mind shift is, it refers to our intention to change our way of thinking. That's transitioning from a belief that is limiting you to the one that can really empower you. And it's very crucial when it comes to shifting our mind to where it's supposed to be, because we're in a very adaptive world, we're in a very challenging world, and the more we shift our minds, especially like into like the positive territory, the more we're able to change our world, the more we're able to take advantage of what we have in our life. Essentially our personal reality is determined by our personality. And our personality it's a combination of how we think, how we act, and also how we feel. So if we don't change our personality, our personal reality it's going to be the same. And that's why this topic of mindset needs to be taken very seriously, because a lot of things that we do every day in every way are mostly repetitive. We're not really thinking. We think we're thinking, but we're not. And you cannot change your reality if you don't change your personality. And the mind is very important in everything that we do. It's either it's working for us or it's working against us. But a lot of people don't tend to take a look at it, and find a way of changing, what their mindset is. Why do we need mindset and skill set and tool set for our personal transformation? Integration of our mindset, skill set, and tool set ensures that we have growth, personal growth, professional growth, whichever way you want it. Also, our mindset drives the willingness to learn and to adapt so we can make changes. Our skill set also provides the capabilities, the ability that we need to change that. I know, of course, when it comes to tool sets, the tools that we need to make sure that our minds are in the right place are centered on continuous, improvement, continuous development. We're always changing, making sure we're making progress every day. And, in that, we're in the right path in this world that we live in. Okay, mindset also refers to a set of beliefs, attitudes that shape our perceptions, also our actions, what we do every day. How do you think? How do we perceive, what is going on around us? Our mindset influences every area of our lives, from professional, personal, relationship, business, anything that we do. Our mindset influences it, whether we like it or not. It's either we're making it work for us or it's working against us. And when you can master your mindset, once you can master it, once you can discover it, once you can know how it works, once you can know how you can make it to work, it leads to greater achievements in life. It leads to growth. So resetting it, if it's not set in the right path, now becomes necessary. Our mindset, resetting our mindset involves changing whatever beliefs that we have, whatever attitude that we have. We, according to science, when a child is growing from 1 to 7 years old, they are just taking everything in. Whatever they learn, they hold it. It forms who they are. And at that level, if they are not getting their mind set in the proper way, they tend to grow with it. So, resetting means that you're identifying whatever is pulling you back, whatever is stopping you from making the progress that you need to make, whatever negative thought pattern that you have, you consciously admitting that this is wrong and shifting or setting your mind to where it's supposed to be to get you to where you're supposed to be. And a successful reset can lead to improved mental health, and get a favorable, successful outcome in life. All right. This guy, Arnold Schwarzenegger, said this. So your mind is either working for you. He said, yeah, the secret of success is to make your mind work for you, not against you. This means that you are constantly being positive. You are constantly setting up challenges you can meet, not the ones that you can't meet that can take you to that territory of negativity, either today or next week, anytime, anywhere. Your mind is either working for you or it's not working for you. So the way you perceive your world, your abilities, whatever you are influencing, influences your success and also your well-being. Because most people today, because they feel they are not successful, they've not set their minds to where it's supposed to go. It affects everything about their lives, their well-being. They give up easily because it's not working for them. So once we embrace a mindset that empowers us to take control of our lives, we make good choices, and it leads to us being very successful. All right, so we just look at the different concept of what mindset is. Some people, when it comes to mindset, some say in three categories. The fatalist part says that believe that what will be will be. That means I don't care. I don't set anything. I've just come to this world to live it the way it is. What's gonna happen would happen. What's not gonna happen will happen. That you don't care. You don't care about growth. You just live your life the way it is. And the humanist part of it says they embrace the belief that I can be what I want to be. That means you want to challenge, you want to grow, you think you can make it. You encourage yourself. You live in your reality. You live in your future. You start living in your future already. And you have the Bible says, of course, we have 8 billion people in the world, and one way or the other, they're affected by religion, from Christianity to Muslim to Buddhist to Hindu. Everybody aligned with a certain set of belief, which also influences how you think, how you behave. It means that you're adopting the perspective that I can choose whatever providence or God wants me to be. So people have those three. Some don't care; they just live their life. Anything bad happens, it's my fault. Anything good happens, it's my fault. The humanist part says nothing can stop me. I can do whatever I want to do. Can be whatever I want to be. Can become what I want to become. So we also have the fixed and the growth mindset. What's a fixed mindset? A fixed mindset is a belief that your abilities are not changed. You can't change it. They are static right there. You can't change them. Anyone with a fixed mindset will avoid any form of challenges, because they are afraid to fail. They think they are not capable enough. They are not competent enough. They cannot do it. So I'd rather not have that negative vibe. So I will avoid anything that can challenge me. So you leave it like that. What will be. And with a fixed mindset, you see effort as fruitless. You even if what is coming is not discouraging you, you discourage yourself, like, hey, I can't do it. I can't even, oh, let's go do this. Oh, I can't, I can't, I just cannot, So that's a fixed mindset, and that's a fixed life. You just, what it will be, you just stay in one position. And some people are in, even when it comes to their professional work, they're there for years and they don't want to grow. They just feel like, hey, I don't just want anything. I don't want anything that will just change the way I live, change the way I do things. I just want it that way. And for a growth mindset, that's the opposite of that. Believe that, abilities and intelligence you can develop it. But the only way you can develop it is to put in the energy, put in the effort, put in what you need to make it happen. You want to make it happen. You're not just sitting down to make it happen. You want to make it happen. They embrace challenges as they see challenges as opportunities where they can learn, they can grow. They can always make progress, every day. And they see effort as a path to them becoming a champion, a master, of where they want to be. So that's another concept, the fixed and the growth mindset. So success is not an accident. It's a result of you growing, starting from seeding to being fruitful, starting from a place of nothing to become something. So you don't just wait for it. It doesn't just happen by accident. Even if it appears to come by accident, you cannot sustain it. You cannot sustain it. It's because you did not grow to become it. And we have so many examples today of people that get wealth by accident and they cannot maintain it. They cannot, because they don't have it. They did not grow into it. So that's a very good quote there. Then we also have the declining and progressing mindset. Another different view when it comes to mindset. The declining mindset focus on limitations and declining potentials. Like, you always see the negativity in everything. And the one that is progressive is focus on possibilities, focus on continuous improvement. You set goals for yourself, daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, quarterly goals. Just like where you're here today because you want to learn something. And everything you learn is always going to be useful for you. All right, so progress is not possible without change. And those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Progress is impossible without change. You cannot progress. You cannot move forward if you don't change your position. And if you can, the same thing applies to our minds. For us, if you're going out every day, you have an appointment to meet up with. You have, maybe you're going to school, you're going to work, you can't just sit down and you be at that destination where you want to be. You have to make an effort to go out. You have to make an effort to go and get something. Same thing happens to our minds. If we don't change it, it will not change. If we don't make any attempt to reflect and know exactly what your problem is or what the issue is or what the challenge is, if you don't change it, it's not going to change. So we have to move our minds. You either move forward into growth or you retreat into safety. And that's what people do. They rather prefer to stay in a place of comfort than say, I want to go forward. That you have set your mind to be always in a safe place. And there's no safe place. Because what was safe yesterday is no longer safe today. Some events has changed the way we think in this world today. I can remember September 11, changed the way we travel. Totally, like whether you like it or not, you cannot travel without going through a kind of security to check everything about you. Of course, recently, COVID-19 changed the way things are. So what used to be your safe place, no longer, it's not safe. Maybe you have a form of, you do a business that involves people always coming in there. COVID-19 showed that, you can't rely on that kind of business because it will change. It has changed. Remote work used to be something that people think it's for lazy people or it's not going to happen or they don't have the effect. But one way or the other, something happened. The world came together. There was cloud computing. There was everything that started working together. And now COVID-19 led to, the increase when it comes to being able to bring data together. Now we're talking about artificial intelligence. We are still in that, and we are still in the next phase of COVID-19 because it's changed everything. The way we work, the way we live, the way we play, the way we even die has changed. That is why, so your mind cannot be static. You cannot, if we have set our minds in things that are not progressive, in things that are kind of fixed, then the progress that we want cannot come. Fixed and growth mindset believes the abilities are static, impacting effort and our persistence. The feedback is often perceived as strength, hindering improvement. They don't want to see change. Whereas the growth mindset views failure as opportunity to learn and grow. Failure should not be something, being afraid should not be something we should be running away from if we want to change our mindset. And what are the impacts of a fixed mindset? The impact is that failure is it brings individuals with a fixed mindset avoid challenges and challenges to prevent failure or criticism. Fixed mindset leads to reluctance to do something. They often easily give up when faced with issues or challenges or obstacles. Criticism is often ignored or taken personally, hindering growth and development. That's the impact of a fixed mindset in the life of anybody that has that. What does a growth mindset, what does it give you? Increased resilience. You're able to stand the test of time. You enhance your learning. You learn every day. You have better way to solve problems. You achieve more. And also, most importantly, it improves relationships. A growth mindset will promote you to be empathic, you to collaborate, make people see you as somebody they can talk to, as somebody they can learn from, as someone they can interact with, and as you're learning from you're learning from somebody else. That's what a growth mindset can give to us. And what are the signs if you have a mindset that you need to reset? If you are feeling stuck in routines and unable to adapt to change, you need to reset your mindset. If you are constantly doubting your abilities and fearing failure, that kind of mindset needs to change. If you're struggling to find motivation or passion in daily activities, that has to change. If you're resisting feedback and avoiding new challenges at work or anywhere, that has to change. If you feel like you're burnt out, you're not satisfied with your work, that mindset needs to change. If you feel like you're very reluctant to pursue professional growth or something that you can lead to your development, those are indicators telling you that your mind is not in the right place. It needs to be reset. See examples. We know the story of Apple. Steve Jobs was ousted from his company. He came back with another mindset, focused on innovation and simplicity. And this led to everything you're seeing today from Apple. Oprah Winfrey changed her mindset from surviving so many things in her childhood to thriving. She embraced the challenges. She started sharing her story, and that has propelled her to, a business mogul, a philanthropist today with billions of dollars. Microsoft had to change after Bill Gates. The new CEO moved from just focusing on, software, brought other things, bought companies, collaboration, innovation, and now they're competing with anything now. Everything they're doing it. For example, now Microsoft is, when it comes to AI, they are very, very involved in AI technology today, because they're not just sitting on their operating system. They look at the future. They say what's going to happen, and they invested in OpenAI. You see what they're reaping today. That company alone, the worth, even the video that supplies the microchip that is being used for that, it's almost as valuable as Apple today. That is culture shift there. So same thing, positive mindset, negative mindset has to change. Our mindset shapes how we interpret the world around us. It influences our attitudes and how we respond to situations. A positive mindset can lead to increased resilience and problem-solving abilities, ultimately shaping a more favorable reality. But when it is negative, the result is just going in a cycle of failure, and that kind of person is not satisfied. Negative mindset should not be encouraged. Positive mindset is what we need in the world that we live today. All right, trying to reset our minds. We have to mind what you tell yourself. Our thoughts shape our reality through so many things. Like I said, our mind has our determine that's about how we think, how we act, and how we feel. We have to replace negative talks with positive affirmations. That's how you can nurture a healthy mindset. Saying positive words and self-encouragement words, they're very powerful in our personal growth. Any form of negativity, you have to take it out.
Then use either lane to stay to the left to US
Self-criticism
75.
hinders progress, and it should be replaced with constructive and uplifting self-talk. Nobody should be able to talk to you more than yourself. A lot of people, what they tell them really matters, but what you tell yourself doesn't matter. Somebody calls you a fool and you behave like a fool, it makes you look like a fool. So your positive mindset is somebody calling you stupid, and you are not stupid, so you don't have to react a stupid way. That's you encouraging yourself. That's you speaking to yourself. And all of us know we have our inner voice. We should encourage that more. But let our inner voice, our inner mind, be telling us something that is very positive. So positive self-talk, it builds confidence. It gives you a positive outlook on life. No matter what the situation is, just be positive. Just stay positive and remain positive. Some words that we shouldn't be saying. Oh, I always make mistakes. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I cannot make it. Oh, this is impossible. Now, say words like I learn from every experience and I grow from every experience. Tell yourself I have unique abilities and I constantly improve. Tell yourself I can overcome whatever challenges come my way. Like they always tell us, champions are made by challenges. Tell yourself I have the capability to make anything that is impossible possible. I just have to stay at it. I just have to work it out. If I fail today, doesn't mean I'll fail tomorrow. I'll keep on trying. Those are the kind of changes we can do to our mindset. Shift your motivation. Change your reasoning for doing things to influence outcomes. Altering the motivation behind an action can lead to a different and potentially more successful result. Change the way you do things if it's not working. Before you do anything, ask yourself, why am I doing this? And that can really drive the changes you want. Number 3, take responsibility. Taking responsibility for our actions, our decisions, it's very, very crucial in how we change our mindset. It gives us the ability to control the narrative, how the outcome is going to be. Rather than blaming whatever factors, internal, external, just own up to it. Learn the lessons and forget the details, Dr. Oludayo. Remember that?
Very well, I do.
All right, cool. All right, another one is like we need to slow down. Slowing down is essential for us to gain a deeper understanding of the what, why, the where. Why am I doing this? You need to calm down. And that's why you can call yourself into a meeting, your spirit, soul, and body. You need to relax. This allows us to scrutinize the realities of what we are doing so we can have a better way of deciding what the outcome should be. Slowing down does not impede progress. It actually helps us to focus and be efficient. Don't rush through anything that is meaningful. Take time to understand it, the what, the where, the why. Use the concept of slowing down as a break in your fast-paced life to refocus and realign your actions and your goals. Slowing down is very, very important. Exercise your body and your mind. There's a connection between our body and our mind when it comes to our positive thoughts and productive actions. So just focusing on mindful eating, you have to take care of your body and take care of your mind too. When you're physically well, your mind is physically well too. In fact, when you engage in exercises, at that time, you're actually helping your brain to improve. It improves your mood. It helps you to be smarter, sharper. Anytime we eat too much, we put so much weight on our brains. Do you have a witness? Stress the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, so that can support how we think. Balanced diet, sleep, mental exercises, regular exercise. It helps our minds. Number 6, stay curious. Continue to discover and explore your growth mindset. Keep on, add to yourself. Don't go to bed every day at the end of the day without asking yourself, what have I learned today? What have I gained today? What have I added to my life today? Stay curious allows you to reevaluate what you are doing. Don't be too familiar with life. Don't think, oh, I've done well. No, reevaluate it. Explore new ideas and perspectives to keep your mind agile and open to change. And no matter what your age is not a barrier. Be willing to learn and make sure your mind is young. No matter what, you cannot control your age, but you can control your mind. You can make your mind to be young, especially with all the information we have today. Age is good. You can't stop age. You can't. Your body is gaining independence every day, so you can't stop that. But you can control what is within. And curiosity is a catalyst for personal and professional development. So be curious. Ask questions. Answer those questions. Pursue those answers. You're engaging your mind when you do that. And this is the cycle of curiosity. Solutions come from answers. Answers come from questions. And questions come from curiosity. And the curiosity comes from within. Solutions come from answers. Answers will come when you ask questions. Questions will come for you to be curious. You have to be curious first. And where does it come from? From your mind. Be curious. Think about things. Think again. You can learn a new skill. Encourage continuous learning by taking up a new skill or hobby. Challenging your mind to grow and adapt. Always dedicate time to read, to explore. Choose a topic. Go to new places where you have never been before. Be curious. Discover new grounds. That will help your mind to reset. And you take action. Make sure you are taking concrete actions to implement all these changes. Know that real changes begin with actions, not just your intention, but you have to be actions. There's a call to action. Encourage yourself in a proactive way towards the positive changes that you want to do. And don't forget, Rome is not built in a day. Stress the importance of setting small goals. Start small and grow big. Little grains of sand, little drops of water, they make a mighty ocean. Start small, but make sure you are growing. All right. So, yeah, I think we can skip this one. All right. So, what are the common challenges on how to overcome them? Overcoming negative self-talk, changing deep-rooted thought patterns, maintaining consistency in mind change efforts. So you have to deal with external influences and societal norms. They come. You have to overcome, you have to change, you have to maintain, you have to deal with them. Practice self-awareness and mindfulness to catch and reframe negative thoughts. Don't let negative thoughts just come like that. Make sure you are catching them and you are throwing them away and you are replacing them. Speak positive to yourself. Utilize positive affirmations. Engage in regular reflection. Be curious. Set goals. If you can't, go ask for help from your mentors, your coach, your therapist, anybody that can guide or help you. Don't die in silence. Don't keep quiet in that. Don't set your negative mind in silence. That would help. And one of the benefits of slowing down, as we discussed, it allows you to better focus and present on the present moment and also to handle the task at hand. Always take your time to slow down. Slowing down promotes thoughtful decision making. When you reflect during your moments of slowing down, it helps to give you clarity and also better perspective. It allows for reevaluation of our priorities, of our goals, which will always lead to positive outcomes. And it makes us to be aware of our growth professionally and personally. All right, quick question. Why do we need brakes in a car? You can unmute yourself and answer it, except from Pastor Yemi Adeyemo.
To avoid an accident.
Okay.
To slow down the moving car.
Okay. Any more suggestion? Any more comments on that? Why do we need brakes? Why do we apply brakes when we drive? What? We didn't get that. I couldn't get.
So brake serves as regulators.
Okay.
Do you have
speed? To control or to pause the speed of the car.
Okay. Good suggestions.
To navigate curves.
Okay. Good. Dr. Yemi Adeyemo, are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm here, sir.
Why do you need brakes in the car?
We need the reason for brakes in the car is just to help you speed. Because you know you have brakes in your car, you can attain any speed you want, and you can control it anytime you want. That's why brakes are necessary.
That's the better perspective of why we need brakes in the car. I was asking him because we had that discussion. Why do we need brakes in the car? Does that make sense to anybody? If your car is moving slowly or you're on a bicycle moving slowly, do you need brakes? Because you can control it. But the essence of having brakes is so that you can move faster. When you know you have a brake, you can go faster because you know you can stop. If you don't have brakes, can you speed? It's just a mindset. Yeah, it's just a mind, just for us to think. I'm just using this question to engage us, just to always see things in another perspective. That quite be curious. Don't always see things the way we're having a discussion, and Pastor Yemi was asking me that question, and I was answering the way others are answering. It's just to see things in another way. That brake is not just to slow down; it's so that you can move faster. Because if you are not moving fast, you don't need brakes. All right. So cultivating a growth mindset. Thank you for your responses. I appreciate that. So believe that understanding a growth mindset, believe that abilities and intelligence can be developed. It encourages you to embrace challenges and learning from your feedbacks. It also promotes persistence and resilience when we are faced with setbacks. But when it comes to a fixed mindset, they believe that abilities and intelligence are static and unchangeable, and they avoid it every way. So developing a growth mindset involves being aware of our mindset. Where are we? What are the core concepts of a growth mindset? What are our self-reflective outcomes? Our mindset assessment results. There are lists of fixed and growth beliefs. Then you go to mindset shift. Shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. What is your mindset shift action plan? Generate a list of reframed challenges. What are the success stories you can learn from? Perseverance and also resilience. It helps us to cultivate this kind of attitude that we can face any obstacle. We always see setbacks as an opportunity to learn. Get feedback on handling setbacks, list all the obstacles, learn from them. Then also community engagement, the support that we get from people around us. That's why you have to surround yourselves with people that can help you. You share your experiences and insights As you're inspiring other people, they're also inspiring you. So there's this community also support network. When you are surround yourself with people that can always challenge you, they'll see things you are not doing well and help you with it and call it out, and you're not offended. That's how to have a growth mindset. When people come to you and they tell you about your limitations, your weaknesses, be more grateful to them. In fact, they are your destiny helpers. There are people that will come to you and tell you what you're doing well. The people that tell you what you're not doing well are the ones helping you. That's if you even take it very well and you make plans to make it better. So in life, you either step forward into growth or you step backward into safety. Just re-emphasize that quote. All right, so we have this, what we call default mindset, and we also have a deliberate mindset. What is a default mindset? It's like when your mind is in autopilot mode, driven by habits and routines, reactive responses to situations, often without thinking. Example includes what we do normally without thinking. And we have what we call the deliberate mindset. This is when we are proactive and we think about what we are doing. We are conscious about what we are doing. We're intentional about our thought process. Give you an example. In fact, and this is a fact, we only think, for people that even think a lot, 5% of the time every day. We don't think 95% of the time. And I'll give you an example. Some of the things that we do, we don't think when we're doing it. You wake up in the morning on the same side of the bed. Maybe you use the alarm, you shut the alarm the same way, brush your teeth, go to the living room or your kitchen, get your favorite mug that you normally use to drink coffee, drink it, do everything, get into your car, you know your route to work, you drive there, you meet the normal people that you meet at work, say hi, you respond to the emails, do the same thing that you're doing every day. You can literally spend the whole day not thinking. All those things are already what we call the default mindset, which means that it does not involve a lot of thinking. That's why you think that you can multitask. If you are multitasking on anything, and there's really nothing multitasking when it comes to brain or mind, you cannot multitask. You can only just switch. People just say they multitask, but the essence of multitasking is not really real. But it's just you are switching what you are doing, because the way our brains are configured, right? You can only focus on one thing at a time. You can shift your focus to the next thing while the other thing is still operating, but you cannot focus on one thing, two things, giving them 100% at the same time. But when you are doing anything you are doing, the other one is going, is because you're already is in default mode. There are two kind of levels when it comes to our mindset, our minds. You have the conscious and you have the subconscious. The conscious part of it is what really matters, and we don't use it more often. In fact, we use it when we are being pushed against the wall. Somebody can be tired today and say, oh, I'm too tired, I can't go anywhere. If there's fire, that same person will run. Where is he getting that energy from? So our deliberate or direct mindset is what we should focus on, but we have to also establish that how can we go all day and we're only thinking less than 5% in a day? Why? Because everything we do, we're always in that cycle. If you're not deliberate in changing it, you will find out that for a whole day, you have not engaged your mind. You have only just been doing anything normal. And some people are locked in that process 20, 30, 40, 50 years of their life, where they only think when something comes to them. They don't think before something comes to them. Let's say, for example, if you maybe a lot of people start to think about maybe even in our financial lives, you think about how you can even go and get another source of income if your source of income that you have is threatened. That's why you think, okay, let me go and do that. But you can take ahead and do that before that kind of situation or challenge comes. So our default mode is when you go through your day without thinking, things you do automatically, fast trading, even driving. People don't know when you drive, you don't think anymore. It's when you're learning how to drive that you think. But afterwards, there are some things that when they wake you up from your sleep, you can answer those questions. Those things are already in your subconscious mind. They are by default. You can answer them. But that does not lead to growth anymore. They are the things that you have known. You need to change it to things that can make you grow, which is the deliberate part of thinking. Direct mode or deliberate mode, when you are present and in control of what you are thinking about. In direct mode, you make conscious and intentional decisions. Direct mode allows you to be deliberate and to be mindful of your thinking. Default mode does not. It's quick. You don't have to think to do anything. In fact, when you're talking to somebody for 3-4 hours, you don't think because you're just talking. But if you are in that default mode so much, it impedes productivity, it impedes our growth. Why deliberate mode or conscious mode or default or direct mode involves you to critically think. In fact, at times when you see that you think too much, you will feel it that your brain is working. Your head might be aching. That's when you're engaging your mind. But anything you're doing that is just comfortable, you are not engaging your mind. And 95% of the day, most people spend it in default mode, things that you know how to do without thinking. So the question is, you know those things. Think about it. Default mode of thinking operates automatically without conscious effort. There are already habits, there are routines, there are past experiences. The way our brain works is that most of the things that we have, they are stored as a memory. So we just call them. It's not that we are thinking. Even now, if you look at your computer, for example, if you are doing the normal thing, normal task, the computer does not complain. But when you engage it into something so much, you see the computer, that's when the computer is not doing the work that it's actually supposed to do. Default mode also helps us conserve mental energy by using our established neural pathways. They are just the normal routine. It's good, but it's that we should not spend much. You can't spend much time in default mode and you want to be productive or effective, or you want to move to the next level. It's when we have to do exams that really want to think. That's when you need to go and study new things. So your mindset can direct your life or you can default your life. So that's the difference between the direct or the default. Most people are in that default mode and they're not making progress. They're not resetting it. So your mindset can also direct your life where you should go, or it can remain in default. In fact, your environment can determine how you think. So, somebody that is born in a rich home does not have to think or do anything to be rich. The environment impacted that kind of person. It doesn't mean he's the smartest or she's the smartest. It doesn't mean he's the wisest or she's the smartest. No. It's just because of the environment. So the deliberate mode of thinking requires conscious effort, of course, can lead to more thoughtful and reasoned outcomes, involves weighing the pros and the cons. And, this is what default mode, how we impact our everyday life. Default mode, we operate autopilot, relying on our habits and routines. For example, committing to walk the same route, without thinking. Deliberate mode, you can make conscious decisions. For instance, choosing to take a new route. Like just engage your brain on your way to work one day. Just take a new route, just to engage your brain. Don't be discouraged in trying something new. But we need both of them. But it's just that you will be more productive if you are deliberate about your thinking, just not defaulting to your thinking. See, default thinking, we spend 95% of our day, every day. Deliberate 5%. That's out of 70,000 thoughts that the human brain can process every day, that we talk about every day. You don't know. Everything we do, we need our minds to do it. There's nothing we do in this life that we don't need our minds for. Just by standing up, you need your mind to it. Just by raising your finger, just by looking at the screen, you need your mind to do it because you are directing what your mind should do. And mostly because of the memories, because there's no memory in our brain. It's not like a computer. We can't delete anything. There's nothing you can delete in your mind. There's nothing. You can only think more positively than negative. Everything you've ever known in your life can never leave your brain. It's there permanently. So if somebody tells you yesterday, somebody offended you yesterday, and you tell the person, and you're angry today from what happened yesterday, it's okay. But people will just think you have a bad day. But 2 days, 3 days later, you are still thinking about how somebody offended you. You are still angry. It now affects your mood. But every time you now see that person or someone that looks at that person, it now has become your life. Because if you are 2 months after, you are still angry about what somebody did. No, don't be angry. Just move on. So that's why so many people have so much negative thought, because they are just full of negativity about things that are not working well or people that are not doing well. Well, you can always replace that. Let's look at this insight really quick. I think this would... all right, I'll read this very quick. But time is going fast. All right. Studies suggest that up to 95% of our daily decisions are made unconsciously. This means only about 5% of our thinking is deliberate and conscious. Research also indicates that humans tend to have a negative bias where negative thoughts and experiences have a greater impact on our mental state than the positive ones. It is estimated that around 70 to 80% of our daily thoughts are negative. Another fact here, approximately 90% of the thoughts we have today are the same as the ones we had yesterday. This indicates a high level of repetitive thinking patterns. And like I said, the average person has about 70,000 thoughts per day. They include everything from the mundane tasks to our more complex problem-solving things that we do. Studies also show that the human mind wanders about 47% of the time. That's when you're doing something your mind is wandering about. Mind wandering can occur during almost any activity and often involves thinking about things unrelated to the tasks that you are doing at that point. On average, adults make about 35,000 decisions each day. Many of these decisions are small and unconscious, such as what to eat or what to wear, but they still require cognitive processing. Although people often believe that they can multitask effectively, research shows that only about 2.5% of people can multitask without a decline in performance. For most people, switching between tasks can reduce productivity by up to 40%. Creativity is often associated with divergent thinking, which involves generating multiple solutions to a problem. It's estimated that only 2% of the population regularly engage in this type of thinking as adults, though it is more common in children. And when it comes to stress, chronic stress can impair cognitive function, including memory, attention, and decision-making. About 7% of people regularly experience physical symptoms caused by stress, which can significantly affect their thinking patterns. And this comes to about how we sleep. Lack of sleep can negatively impact cognitive patterns, how we think. Studies have shown that sleep-deprived individuals are 30 to 50% less effective at problem-solving and decision-making compared to those who sleep very well. This is another challenge to us. So our memory capacity of the human brain can store data up to 2.5 petabytes. That's 2.5 million gigabytes. In a lifetime, the brain hopes up to 1 quadrillion pieces of information. So which means we have the capacity to think anything. How many years of memory can the brain store? 450 years. The peak age for our memory is when we're, okay, who can answer this question? When do you think the peak age for our memory is? Is it when now in our 20s or in our 40s? You can unmute to answer. What's the peak age for our memory? 20 or 40? Let's guess.
20, I guess.
Any other? All right, moving on. 20 is right. Thank you, sir. Number of thoughts per day is 70,000. Who has a better memory, the left-handed person or the right-handed person? Who can answer that? Who has a better memory, left-handed people or right-handed people? Say that again. Say that again, please. I didn't get that.
I thought I read somewhere that it is those who use their left hand more.
That is correct. Thank you, ma'am. So as humans, we forget. Do we forget 50% of new information within 1 hour? Okay, as human beings, just to know, we forget 50% of any information we just received within an hour. And in the next 24 hours, we forget 70% of it, except we fix it. What takes more brain activity, when we are awake or when we are sleeping and dreaming? Who can answer that?
Sleeping and dreaming.
Correct. So what memory cannot be erased? Is it the good memory or the bad memory?
Bad. Bad memory.
None of them can be erased. All right. So thank you for that response. Make it a choice. We have a choice between repeating familiar patterns or embracing change for personal and professional growth. By choosing to evolve your mindset deliberately, you open the doors to new opportunities and more fulfilling life. So it's good to embrace a cycle of thoughtful reflection and also to reevaluate what can foster growth and also development. So what that means is to encourage our mindset for continuous reflection, intentional thinking, so we can challenge, reevaluate our thoughts, so we can keep on growing. Mind reprogramming is when we meditate. Very important. We need to meditate. In fact, the essence of meditation, in fact, from that data I just showed you, if you really want to think, be honest with yourself. We are so distracted in this world. You think more when you don't have all these gadgets, and maybe when you're having your shower, where you have any phone and all that, or when you're by yourself, or where people think more. If you really want to think about something, you cannot do it when you are distracted with anything. You are more effective when nothing is distracting you. So transition from default to direct thinking involves deliberate and conscious effort to change established patterns. Change something, meditate. And of course, mindset reset is a process. You have to recognize that your default mindset, shift to a direct mindset, then you develop it and you sustain it by positive changes to keep doing things, from listing of negative beliefs to affirmation exercises, positive affirmation exercises, to learning from your failures, and also having journals, checking your progress if you are doing it right. The negative and limiting beliefs are rooted in our default mode. So that's why we cannot stay in it, because it's a memory. You have to move, you have to shift, and they can hinder our personal growth and development. Our emotional control is very important too. Acknowledge and accept your emotions before responding to any situation. Shift your focus from emotional trigger to factual aspect of your situation by being positive in the way you talk and taking out any form of negative. How to avoid the tendency to catastrophize situations or worsen situations of as it hampers clear thinking. Encourage breaking the habit of overthinking and imagine the worst outcome in every situation. Stop it. Catastrophizing can lead to increased anxiety and hinder problem-solving abilities. Adopting a more rational and balanced perspective is key to reducing stress and improving decision-making. And now, difference between our passion and our purpose when it comes to mindset. Our passion is what brings personal fulfillment like joy to us. It's a driving force. It defines who we are to the core. But our purpose extends beyond personal fulfillment to making meaningful impact on others. Our purpose involves using passion to contribute to the well-being of others in our environment. And your purpose guides your actions towards a greater cause. So don't dwell on comfort. Focus on your comeback or combat for your growth. Encourage embracing challenges and growth by shifting your focus from comfort to more of opportunities so we can advance and we can be successful. Impact of default thinking, it leads to habitual responses that we don't think about. Hinders effective communication, reduces problem-solving abilities, it limits personal growth and our creativity. In contrast, the benefit of deliberate thinking is stronger relationships, we handle stress better, it enhances problem-solving, improves our decision-making, and also when it comes to our self-awareness, we increase it. What are the steps to cultivate deliberate thinking? Be aware of it, reflect on it, challenge whatever assumptions you have, and be intentional about the action that you're taking. That would help. From self-assessment to reflective journalism, critical thinking exercises, having an action plan, and goal setting. So what are the call to action for this? Apply the principles that have been learned, challenge your default mode, shift to your deliberate mode, align your actions with your aspirations, begin the journey to a more intentional and fulfilling mindset today. Let it not be tomorrow. Practice mindfulness. That's meditation. It helps us to become aware of our automatic thoughts and reflections. It includes meditation, deep breathing, mindful observation. It can reduce stress and improve focus. Consistent mindfulness practice leads to a better emotional regulation and will make better decisions. Just stay by yourself, reflect, think, do it regularly. Incorporate mindfulness into your daily activities. If it's just 30 minutes, just be by yourself. Nothing with you, just be by yourself and start to think on how you can make your life better. Strategies to challenge your assumptions. Question your assumptions, challenge your assumptions, Strategies include asking the why multiple times and seek out different perspectives so it can help us. And what are the characteristics of a successful mindset? Resilience, optimism, continuous learning. I'm going fast because of the time. Just like Elon Musk, if you look at his story, he embraces failure. He views failure as learning opportunities and stepping stones to success. He sets audacious goals such as colonizing Mars and revolutionizing. He's saying it, but he's already trying to do it. He's always seeking new knowledge. He overcame multiple setbacks in his businesses, including Tesla and SpaceX. He's always challenging industry norms. He's just, imagine saying he wants to go and colonize Mars, and he's already flying, testing how you can get there. This lady, J.K. Rowling, from failure to success. She faced numerous rejection from publishers. Eventually, the book was, she was a single member on welfare, struggling to make ends meet while writing her first book. Her perseverance and belief in her led to the creation of one of the most successful books in series history. And what are the benefits of a mindset reset? Mental health improvement, increased resilience, enhanced problem-solving skills. And what are the traits that we're having a not successful mindset? The fear of failure, lack of effort, and when we're very pessimistic. We need to check that. The techniques of mindset reset is meditation, as I said, cognitive reframing, and also positive affirmation. How do you overcome fixed mindset? Self-awareness, challenging limiting beliefs, embrace an effort to change and learn, seek out, and you also get feedback. And how do we build a winning mindset? We set goals, think positively, get feedback, and we embrace the change. All right. So I need to. So the daily habits of maintaining a winning mindset. Of course, the exercise we said before: meditation, reading, visualization, affirmations, and also gratitude journaling. You have to document what you are doing. You have to document it to show that it's going to improve. And also flip the switch. Visualize success and replace that with positive mental images. Look at yourself. Practice positive affirmations to challenge and overcome self-negative thoughts. Use the if or then approach to create a plan for yourself. If anybody can do it, I can do it. Then I can do it. Use that to overcome any negative thought that you have. Be mindful. Also train your mental abilities. It's very, very important. All right, these are quotes from experts. The mindset reset can drastically alter one's perception of challenges, turning obstacles into opportunities, and also fostering personal growth. That's by Dr. Emily Carter, clinical psychologist. James Johnson is a personal development coach. So the practice of resetting your mindset is akin to mental spring cleaning. It clears out negative thought patterns, and it replaces them with very constructive, and it empowers our beliefs. What are the challenges and how to overcome them? If you have any initial resistance in trying to do that, many individuals face resistance when they're trying to change their habits. Overcome this by setting small achievable goals. You have consistent issues, maintain a new mindset that requires consistency. Use reminders, set routines, and track the progress. If you're not getting support, it can be challenging to sustain that kind of mindset, but seek out community or support from your friends. It would help. Question: what do you see? Are we still there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And half filled glass of water.
Okay. Any other way to describe it?
Half empty.
Okay. Yeah, so different mindset, different perspective. It's either you see this glass of water and say it's half full or it is half empty. A good perspective is to see it as half full, because that shows that it has something. You are not focused on the emptiness. You are focused on the fullness. And that can always encourage us. When we see things, let's always see the positive part of it. Thank you for that response. The mindset of a champion, so we're wrapping up. Okay. I saw this quote from this guy, Tony Joshua. Do you know him? So he said the hardest part of his job is realizing that he has to ruin someone else's dream to achieve his own. Very good statement. It means that there are some things in life that you might not have to care for you to be successful. Somebody has to fail, or somebody is failing. In fact, let me put it this way. There is no relevance for wisdom if there are no foolish people. There's no relevance for light if there's no darkness. In sports, it's a good way to see how mental or the mindset people have. It's very possible that two people competing against each other, they have the same training. They've trained so much, they might have the same ability. But at the end of the day, it gets to a point where it's your mindset that will help you to win. He said the hardest part of my job is realizing that you have to ruin somebody else's dream to achieve yours. That's what he does every day. His job is to destroy another person's mindset. Look at the response that he got. He said, then you should become an ice cream vendor if you are scared of ruining the people's dreams. Yeah, if you want to be pleasing people in life. That's what you listen. At least, he said, somebody said, both the winner and the loser get paid. I think it's a win-win. I said, somebody told him, it's same for all sports, actually. When you go into a competition, somebody wins and somebody loses. We only remember the champion. And we look at the mindset that they have. So having the mindset of a champion involves that you just have to conquer your nightmares. You just have to fight. You just have to not give up. At times, it's the first to give up that the first to lose. I have this myth here. It said every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the fastest lion or it will be killed. That's a lion. That's a gazelle, right? And everyone in Africa too, a lion wakes up. It knows that it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death. It doesn't matter whether you are a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you will better be running. And you can see this in another perspective. It means that no matter what it is, if at the fastest, when a lion wakes up or a gazelle wakes up, what their mindset should be is that I must be the fastest gazelle or I must be the fastest lion. Because also, lions to die from hunger. If you don't catch it fresh, they eat fresh meat. If you don't catch meat, if it doesn't catch a lion, any of these animals, then it's going to starve to death. So the mentality for both of them is both the person that is hunted and the hunter is based on who runs faster. That's the kind of mentality that we should have. The gazelle's perspective is that they must avoid being the slowest to ensure survival. It keeps running to stay ahead of the competition and predators, resting only when necessary to maintain its strength and agility. The lion's perspective says is to catch the slowest gazelle for food. It utilizes the burst of energy for short, intense period during the hunt, resting and conserving energy between hunting. They rest, but they have different mentality. At the end of the day, it's the survivor of the fittest. The lion needs to eat. The gazelle needs to avoid not being eaten. So those are like two different perspectives that drives them, and both of them are running. The consequence for a gazelle or lion is that the lion must hunt to eat, relying on successful hunts. If the lion fails to catch its prey, it faces the consequence of hunger. Same with the gazelle. It depends on his ability to outrun the slowest gazelle and avoid predators. It must not be caught by the lion. Let's use this final case study here. When you look at these animals, it's like we can learn from the animals. We can learn from them. They don't talk. They don't do all that. But the king of the sky, the king of the land, the king of the sea, they are not the tallest. They are not the biggest. They are not the fastest. They're not the smartest. They're not the longest, the sharpest, the brightest. But what makes them the king of the jungle? The mindset of a lion embodies strength and leadership, courage, focus, and strategic approach to life's challenges. He has a skill set which encompasses a combination of physical prowess, strategic thinking, social coordination, adaptability, making them effective predators and leaders in their ecosystem. The lion does not only have the mindset, it has the skill set to be able to make that mindset work. You look at the eagle, the master of the sky. It embodies vision, focus, courage, independence, adaptability, resilience, and so on. The skill set it has is exceptional vision, powerful flight, precision hunting, adaptability, strong navigation, and effective communication, making them formidable predators. And we have the white shark. They are not the biggest. It's characterized by predation instincts, fearlessness, adaptability. All of them are, everything there is that they are very adaptable to the environment. The skill set of a shark includes powerful swimming, keen senses, strong jaws and teeth, ambush hunting, and so on and so forth. But what do they have in common? The lion has its two sets of claws and hunting and all that. But the excuse we cannot have today is that we might not be the smartest, we might not be the tallest, we might not be the biggest, the richest, we might not be all those est, but we don't have an excuse not to make our mindset to make us successful. These animals don't talk. All they have is the mindset. They are not the tallest. They are not the fastest, but they have a mindset, the skill set, and the tool set that makes them to be different. And the skill set refers to our unique set of skills, abilities, and knowledge. It is pivotal to our personal and professional development, shaping how we approach challenges and achieve our goals. In resilience, in adaptability, in lifelong learning, a tool set refers to the combination of specific tools, resources that we use. We have so many tools today that can help us in our personal development, help us in our mindset. You can journal, you can meditate and all that. These tools can range from productivity apps to self-help books, exercise equipment, something that to set your mind where it's supposed to do. Transforming your mindset is an ongoing process. It requires dedication and the use of various tools and practices. By incorporating self-awareness, positive thinking, goal setting, continuous learning, positive relationship, habit formation, emotional regulation, visualization, self-compassion, accountability, and environmental design into our daily life, we can foster a growth-oriented mindset and achieve lasting personal transformation. So these are all the things that we do: self-awareness, positive thinking, goal setting, continuous learning, resilience building, positive relationship, habit formation, emotional regulation, visualization, accountability, environmental design, and self-compassion. I'll send the slide so we can read it. So what connects the three together? Mindset acts as the foundation for personal transformation, shaping our beliefs and attitudes. Our skill set involves the abilities and knowledge that drive growth and development. Tool set represents the practical resources and technology that supports and enhance our transformative efforts. So what are the components? We have the positive, resilience, and we have to be adaptable. And let's not forget, this is very important, we have to be grateful. Gratitude is the ultimate reset button. Practice gratitude by listing things you are thankful for daily. Gratitude shifts the focus to positive aspects that can boost our mindset. We have to cultivate a habit of gratitude to reset our mindset and attract positivity. Surround yourself with positivity. The company you keep significantly impacts your mindset and success. Positive relationship can inspire you, it can motivate you, can support your goals. If you surround yourself with positivity, it seeks out uplifting individuals and it limits time with negative influences and thoughts. Engage in activities that can promote positivity and growth around you in the environment, in your social circle. And also regularly communicate and express gratitude to yourself, to people, to your friends, and set your goals, the blueprint for success. Dream big. Start small by getting clear, achievable goals. Goals provide a roadmap to success. With each achievement boosting your confidence, reassess and adjust your goals regularly to stay on track and make sure that you are maintaining your motivation. And never stop learning. Continuous learning is key to staying relevant and achieving success in a very fast evolving world. Explore a variety of learning opportunities such as reading books, taking on courses, attending workshops, seeking feedback, and invest in your personal and professional development. It's a long-term strategy for growth. Never stop learning. And make sure you are visualizing the progress you are making, your success. Visualize that you can do it. Use positive imagery to reinforce a mindset of success and abundance. Create a detailed mental image of your achievement to boost confidence that you can make it. And embrace the changes that you require for it. Change is inevitable, but it offers opportunities for change. Talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness practices such as deep breathing and body scan techniques can help in reducing stress and improve focus. Taking a few minutes each day, practice mindfulness. And mindset barriers, skill set gaps, tools set adaptation. I think we can skip that. We'll do this one in the next class because of time. And let me go to, so in conclusion, we have to shift our perspectives on failure as stepping stones to success. We have to learn valuable lessons from past setbacks and use them to grow. Failure is not the opposite of success, but it's a part of it. Embrace challenges as opportunities for personal and professional development. View failures as temporary obstacles on the path to success. That's how we can embrace failure as our power moves. Our conclusion and next steps. Mindset reset is a powerful tool for personal transformation involving a shift in your thinking patterns and attitudes. Techniques such as mindfulness, meditation, cognitive reframing, and positive affirmations are effective methods for us to use to reset our mindset. And successful mindset reset can lead to personal transformation, improve mental health, increase resilience, and enhance our problem-solving skills. And common challenges include resistance to change and self-doubt, which can be overcome with our persistence and our support. So what I would like to conclude with tonight is that we should keep thinking. Think and think again. Free your mind. Make sure your mind is working for you or not against you. Some quotes here. Your mind is a powerful thing. When you fill it with positive thoughts, your life will start to change. The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change their future by merely changing their attitude. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Change your thoughts, and you change your world. Your mindset determines your success. Reset it, and you reset your life. The only limits to our realization of tomorrow are our doubts of today. What you think you become, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you create. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. A positive attitude can really make dreams come true. It did it for me. So the mind is everything. What you think is what you become. Thank you so much for listening. Over to you, Dr. Oludayo. Any questions?
I think you should allow us to applaud you first. Can we please applaud Deji? That was professorial. That was wow. That was a lot. Trust me, that was a lot. I can see the emoji claps in the chat. I want to see it. 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 Wow, please, please help me thank this man. Help me applaud him. Help me applaud him. Help me applaud him. Thank you so much, DG. Amazing. Rodia. That was it. Okay. Amazing. It's a lot. I mean, time is fast spent, but I know I saw a question. Lakey, I saw your question. You're still here. Do you want to ask the question live, or you want me to read it out? I'm trying to track that question now. I know you had a question earlier. Lakey, are you still here?
Oh yes, I am. But please, if you can go ahead and read it out. I'm driving, so I'm in listening mode. So if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Back the question, Digi. Lakey says, what role does the subconscious play in reprogramming our mindsets? what role does the subconscious play in reprogramming our mindset? And do you recommend any particular form of meditation?
Yes, well, if you look at our subconscious, cannot reprogram our mind because we have the conscious and the subconscious. What the subconscious does is what goes into the default mode, which means that your conscious mode is actually what is more powerful because it's the one that gives whatever subconscious has. Because your conscious mode, that's why when you are sleeping, you are still thinking. You know, when you're sleeping, it's your conscious mode. You can have a dream. It's your conscious mode that's why your brain is more active when you're dreaming than when you're awake because your body is gone. It's just you and your mind right there. So is your conscious mode that you have to bring out, like that statistic that I gave, that we spend the day only using 5% of our conscious mode. Like, question yourself, how much thinking do you do a day? Look, anything you do routinely that you do every now and then, you are not thinking in doing it. It's a default, you are in a default mode. That's the subconscious. But the conscious feeds the subconscious. So the only thing you can do to maintain, to reprogram or retool or reset your subconscious is that you want to at least 50% of the day be conscious of yourself, which means you are being curious, you're asking questions. And one of the ways you can do meditation is that at times before you go to bed, visualize what you want to do tomorrow. And planning, you see that when you wake up in the morning, you are full of ideas. The thinking, in fact, at times when you go to bed, you're thinking about something, you see it in your dreams. So that's what you can do to reprogram your mind. At times when you go to bed, when you are doing so much routine stuff, catch yourself and ask yourself questions. What have I learned today? Because our memories are there. It cannot be deleted. So that's why anybody that's offended you in the past, or maybe your coworker or anybody, when you see them, you remember this person is the bad person. And that already fueled your thought for that day. You just want to make sure that all those things, when you see them, you can't delete them from your brain because there's nothing, except you want to remove your score, your mental faculty, your ability. The only thing you can do is to make sure that you're always using positive things to counter negative things because they will always come. And it's so bad because when it comes to our thoughts become our feelings. Our thought is when our brain is working. Our feeling is when our body is working. So our body is the one that takes 95%. So most of the time in a day, 95% of the time in a day, our body is the one determining our thoughts because it's become habitual. So our body is the one feeding us. So imagine that why you can't stay in that 5% is that you are making your 95% is way greater. There's nothing you do in this world. 95% is way, way greater than 5%. So if you stay in that 5% every day, your body is winning over your mind. And it's supposed to be your mind controlling your body. So I hope that helps Mr. Leke Adegbulugbe the first.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, actually I have 2 questions, so you can just pick them together. Once again, thank you, Mr. Deji. That was a powerful delivery. Thank you, Olumuyiwa. So the first question is, what if your someone's case is not about the mindset, it's about the location that you find yourself in?
Yeah.
What do you do? Because maybe you with all the things that you listed about the mindsets, but at the end of the day, it has to be you being that place. You find yourself in such situations. What do you do? Is there a way you can condition your mindset to fit in that location? That is one. Then secondly, what if you are the type that you are a go-getter, but along the line just get stuck? You start and you don't finish. You know how you have these ideas, this grand scheme in your head, and just freeze out. And is it also about the mindset, or at that point, what do you think is going on? Those are my questions.
All right, thank you for that question and the feedback, and thank you for listening to. I really appreciate your time. For the first question, when it comes to your environment, right? There are some things in life that we don't choose. We don't choose our parents, and they tell us. We don't choose how we look or everything. Those things we cannot change. So, if you find yourself in an environment that is not productive, that is not fulfilling, or does not lead to growth, there's one quote. It said, if you are born poor, it's not your fault. But if you remain poor, it's your fault. And the context to that is that wherever you find yourself, no matter what it is, you do things every day in every way to increase your life, to increase or to take your level from where you are to where you want to be. So environment, and we've had success stories of people where they're in a very bad environment, but they were very intentional about living that environment and decided to do things. Why we call it mindset is that it is a mind that you set or they have set for you. Because two ways, either you do it by yourself. If you're not doing it by yourself, people will do it for you. So the thing about if you're not setting your mind yourself, people are setting it. So if you're in an environment, you'll be thinking of what can I do to be out of this environment? And it's relative, it's not the same for everybody, So what it is in another country is different from what is another country. So but you have to question, you have to be curious. Somebody has done it before. How did they do it? Go and learn from other people's experiences. But also, as you are learning, also be adding to yourself. Also be adding one thing or the other. If it means that you have to go to school, if it means that you have to go and study something, if it means that you have to go and learn a skill. And the second question about if you are doing something that you are not able to is because you don't have the skill, the necessary skill or tools to move into the next level. And that's where continuous learning has to come into play. If you cannot give what you don't have, if you feel like, oh, I'm trying to do something, I'm stuck at one particular, you are stuck based on what you know. Go look for more information about it. Go and seek that knowledge, and you see that you transform your life.
Thank you, Deji.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm thinking. I have a last one. You can only strike gold once. So it was talking about multitasking and switching roles.
Yes.
Are you saying we don't really multitask the way we claim we do?
No, you're not multitasking. The brain cannot multitask. Cannot.
So
have you ever been in a situation where you're talking with somebody and you are doing something else and the person says something that you didn't know and you say, what did you just say?
Yes.
So you're not multitasking. The thing is that you're just putting, because you're already, the default mode can make you to be driving and be eating at the same time. That's not multitasking. It's something that's already habitual. You're not, that what you're doing was not involving any form of thought. That's how you're able to do it. That's how you're able to do it. But when it comes to really thinking, when people ask you hard questions, you can't multitask when you have exams. And when you go for exams, do you multitask in the examination hall? Because you have to pass. If you do multitasking in when all those mundane normal things that you do every day, or you're at work, you can do three things. That multitasking is not, you're just what we call it context switching in project management. You're just quickly give your attention to this one, then you give your attention to this one, but multitasking, no. So that's why you can see that today now, because of the distraction we've had in this world, the best place people are now thinking, maybe when they're having their shower, because there's no phone around them, there's nothing, just you there, you and your girl, you are yourself. Or even people take this into the bathroom now, but just try every day for 1 hour, do away with any gadget or anything. You will see that you have some kind of clarity and sanity. But the issue we're having in this world today is that people think when they are in problems. That's when people think. The way we think now is when something bad has happened or you're under pressure. But we can think ahead. And that's what a lot of people that have been successful, that's what they have in common. You ask somebody, why are you successful? They say it's hard work. And no, it starts from mindset. They cannot teach, nobody can teach you mindset. Nobody can give you. They can only tell you how to do it, and you have to now intentionally do it yourself. Dr. Oludayo, you have any contribution? Please go ahead. You're
not tonight. But honestly, I don't even think there's anything to add, because there's a lot that you've said already. And I think when the people get the slides, where I can see that people are asking for the slides, people are texting me by the side for the slides. I see Mr. Eric Oshila just hand is up. We'll take just one last question, which is yours, while I ask Dolapo to bring up the attendance. The attendance will help us share sources with the people on the call. So, Mr. Shilaja, please, will you go ahead?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dio. Sorry, I joined a bit late though due to other things that came up later in the day. The last moment of the seminar, which is quite inspiring and insightful, I just want to ask: is there any correlation between subconsciousness and impulse reaction? Like I can still recall my elementary biology, what impulse reaction actually means. So I want to understand: is there any correlation between impulse reaction and the subconsciousness world? Then my second question is, the speaker actually said that the mindset. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
we can.
I can hear you.
Okay, sir. Okay, yeah. There's this the second to the last slide you shared. You said you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength, by Marcus Aurelius. Yes, I want to ask, when you now found yourself, in as much as you have programmed your mind for positive events, but you find yourself in an environment where the daily happenings, kind of seems to counter the program you have for your mind, like just being positive and full of impactful thoughts. But the happenings, when I mean happenings around you, like those of us in Nigeria here, the daily kidnappings, the bad policies of the government, try to counter what you have actually programmed for your mind. How can you overcome all of these fears? Like just last week, I traveled between Benue, Kogi, and Nasarawa, and I was full of fear of falling a victim of kidnap. I was full of fear all throughout the journey. I'm a salesperson. I travel a lot, but I was full of fear. In as much as I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but these are happenings. It's happening to people people you don't know, they are daily happening. So how does this also have a negative impact on your mind? Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Eric. You about the impulse reaction question. Yes, like I said, your default mindset, your auto mindset, your subconscious is what it has formed. It's something that you react to without even thinking. So like the kind of reaction is like if there's fire somewhere, you don't have to think, you have to run. You understand? Because your brain is defaulted to that. Like when you see fire or you see something dangerous, there's nobody, even somebody that is mad, if you see something dangerous, will run. It's default. Like no, except you want to harm yourself, So our impulse reaction is there. So that's why there's so much that goes into that default mode every day for us. That's why it goes up to like 95% because our normal deflective or shielding or protective mindset is default because you know how to. It's the one that you don't know. If you don't know trouble is coming, that's why you can't run. But by default, we are being trained to run away from fear. You will see a child as maybe 5-year-old, maybe put them on the table that is high. You tell them to jump, they won't jump because it's not like the child is thinking because the brain does not even form completely until you are 20 years old. A child sees danger and he will not jump. The child will not just jump from a height, something that is high. He will just stand there and will be crying, "Come and help me." The ones that jump because he didn't know and they will hurt themselves. So that's because he's been trained and it's a matter of once bitten, twice prepared. A child will not jump again. It's our subconscious that handles that impulse reaction. But when it comes to the mindset, it's as simple as we live in a world where we are not controlling everything. The only thing you can control is your mind. When it comes to external influences, your friends will betray you. The people that you trust in life will betray you. You can't even trust anybody. So your mindset is more of let's not the negative affect my positive. So the best we can do to ourselves is irrespective of the situation. Just like that example of the boxer. When you go in there, you're already in the lion's den. There's no going back. Somebody has to win. So when we go in there, we are going with the intention that there's no going back. That this cannot happen to me. That I'm different, I do whatever I have to do just to make sure that I'm different. So that's the only thing, the best thing you can do to yourself, because you don't control what the government is doing and all that. The best thing you can do is always to encourage yourself. But in so many ways, there'll be a lot of success stories for people that have held up to that mindset of that I'm very positive in the midst of negativity, because negativity cannot take you out of negativity. It's only positivity that can take you out of it. So the best thing is just stay positive, irrespective of the situation. The fear of failure or you're afraid of anything will not help you. Worry has never changed anything in this world. Nothing. What if you spill milk on the floor? Worry from now to tomorrow. The best thing is to go and clean. The positive part is clean it up. That's the best thing. Just to be. There's no other way to say that. To say, irrespective of everything, your positivity will help you more than your negativity. And things that you can't control, don't blame yourself for it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We can go on and on. Like Miss K said, she said, you don't have a second time from gold or something. I didn't get that quote very well, but that was what she said.
Can always try gold
once. Grab you. Yeah, you can always try gold once. So thank you so much, Dr. DG. I'm honoring you with the doctorate today. All right. For everyone on the call, while we try to close, once again, would you kindly help me applaud Ayodeji Akin-abiri for today's presentation? I have dropped his LinkedIn account. So people have unmuted themselves to clap for you. That's amazing. Thank you. Those driving, please don't hands off the wheel except it's an self-driving vehicle. All right, please connect with Deji on LinkedIn. Thank you so much, Deji. Just a few housekeeping details before we close. Yes, we will send the slides. Dolapo, I don't know why you've not shared the attendance, so we can share the slides with you. Not all those that we saw here today registered. Some of you did not get our link directly. You possibly got the link from a friend and you joined us. Congratulations. Thank God it's not a paid event. We will have asked you to tell us who that friend was so you could get credit for forging confidential information. That's fine. For your sake, your reason why we will ask you to share the attendance if Dolapo will be able to share before we finish. There's a book on the screen that I'm asking you to look out for. It's titled Thinking Fast and Slow. And just before you type of Think Fast and Slow, so can you attempt this question on the screen? Keep your answer to your date was says
okay, is it me or okay, sorry, I think it disconnected, so just wait a second. I think it was a network issue there. It's going to join in a moment. Can you hear me, everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Loud and clear, sir.
Yeah. So I think it was trying to show us a book. And there's a question there. Okay, he's back. Doctor, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yeah, the internet mind went off a bit.
Apparently. Apparently. So
Yeah, you were showing us some questions. Yeah.
if you can see the questions and you've answered them.
Yeah.
Some of my friends, I've seen this question before. So I'm not expecting them to answer, but if they don't get it right, then there's a problem. All right. So what were your answers? Can you try to type your answers in the chat? Answer 1, then you put the answer there in the chat. A2, your answer. A3, your answer. Let's see if you can.
Can you please read it out for us, please?
Can I do what?
Read it
Can you
out
read it
for us.
out? Read it out. They want you to read
Some
it
of
out.
us are multitasking. Sorry. Some of us are doing other.
Yeah, got it.
You don't worry.
Yes.
When you get the slides, you participate. Don't worry. For those who are looking at it and are not multitasking, so are you able to answer? For time's sake, let me just move on. Look at the answers and tell me if you got the answer right. For the first question, a bat and the ball cost $1.10 in total. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? How many of you said 10 cents? How many people said 10 cents? The bat and the ball cost $1.10 in total. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? Okay. If you said 10 cents, you're wrong. And that was one thing Pastor Didi was talking about in default mode thinking. You were thinking
Yes.
fast. You were thinking fast. So you just assume if something is $1 more than the other, then it should just be $10. That's it. That's what it is. That's thinking fast and not thinking slow. Because if you think slow, you get the right answer. Okay. The second question says, if it takes 5 machines to make 5 widgets, if it takes 5 machines 5 minutes to make 5 widgets, how long will it take 100 machines to make 100 widgets? If it takes 5 in 5 to make 5 widgets, how long will it take 100 machines to make 100 widgets? If you said 100 minutes, you're wrong. So if you take 5 machines 5 minutes to make 5 widgets, that means it takes 1 machine 5 minutes to make 1 widget. Each machine is making a widget in 5 minutes. So if you have 100 machines working together, then each one of them will make a widget in 5 minutes. So there'll be 100 widgets in 5 minutes. So that is it. Thinking fast and slow. Default or conscious?
It's further mathematics.
No, it's just simple math. It's simple thinking process. And finally, look at the last question there. In a lake, there is a patch of lily pads. Every day, the patch doubles in size. If it takes 48 days for the patch to cover the entire lake, how long will it take for the patch to cover half of the lake? If you said 24 days, you're wrong. Thank you, Dolapo, for sharing the attendance. For all of you who want to get the slides, you'd be kind enough to help us complete the form in your chat while we try to wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
The last answer says every day forward, the patch doubles in size. So every day backwards means the patch halves in size. So on day 47, the lake is half full. Because if it's on day 48, it becomes full, and on day 47, it's half full. Well, that was just to tease your brain and just to validate what we have been taught today. A few announcements. It's Father's Day tomorrow. Thank God for fathers. I'm inviting you all to join my friend, Tayo and Slasher. For those of you in Lagos, there's an American fine dining restaurant on Moshood Olugbani Street, Victoria Island. Please join us tomorrow and let's dine. It's Father's Day. You can check out our Instagram handle, Smalley's Diner, or if you're driving straight to Lagos, Victoria Island, 181B Moshodo Lubani Street. That's off Legally Ayodeji. You'll find the restaurant there. Such a beautiful place to dine. It's owned by one of us on this call, and I just thought it was important to share. Happy Father's Day to the men in the house. Dolapo, I'm told the link you shared is not working, so check it out again. The next announcement, I want to invite you all, as we run personal transformation seminars, as the host and the convener for these seminars, I want to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube link or channel. I have a couple of resources I share there every day. I drop my morning news with Olumuyiwa Oludayo every day on YouTube, on Instagram, on X, and on TikTok. I also drop the same on LinkedIn. And I just want to share. Join us on that channel. Again, I'm inviting you to draw some inspiration from some of these resources on the screen. While DJ was speaking to us, he was talking to us about goals and aspirations that we should be very clear about the goal we want to achieve. There's a document on the screen here. If you copy the link, it's only my own, what I call my significant circles of professional engagement, all the things I want to do for a lifetime. You want to take your time to check it out. It might just serve as an inspiration for the things you want to do. Some of us don't know where to start from. Look at where other people have started from, and then just pick it up from there. That's what I think this resource can do. Again, one of the things that you shared with us was that we should have principles to guide us, talk about philosophy, our mindset about our philosophy. I normally will share this every year. I have an annual philosophical guide that helps me to determine how I move, what did it cause mindset, how I deal with all the resources, everything in my life, every year. These principles help me. Not this particular one. These are the ones for 2024. But if you check on the link, you'll be able to draw from this as well. Be able to draw from this as well. Okay. One more. Yes, this is a big event coming up in Nigeria, and for those of us who are in America, possible with joining us online, quite a hybrid for you. It's called Becoming a Consultant to Kings: How to Solve Problems for People of Influence. How to solve problems for people of influence. And so, if you want to join us, watch out. If you follow those links I shared earlier on, you will catch on with the registration when it opens in July. Also, our Personal Transformation Academy, all these things are being taught, from mindset to producing better results, to finance, personal finance, and all of that. We'll have an academy where we have a personal transformation workshop, an academy of it, bringing all of these thoughts together. October to November. Registration also opens in July 2024. If you would share your details with us, we would be able to, yes, get it out. Dolapo, I'm told that your attendance is no longer accepting response. You possibly have toggled the link there that says stop accepting responses. We'll be depriving people of the resources if you do not open the link, please. As we close, I want to say a very big thank you to you all. Thank you for joining. For our friends up in the West, thank you so much. Cannot tell how many people are from America, or those of you in Canada, thank you.
Yes,
leadership is here, I'm told. Thank you so much, Barnabas, Akiani Baba, Dr. Funke, Godson.
Thank you.
The iPhone users, iPhone 6, thank you for coming. Dr. Kennedy Jinodu from the United Kingdom, thank you. Miss K. Kem Olajide, always available to join us. Olusheya Deere, thank you also for joining.
Thank you.
Osola, thank you. Dr. Okpe from Manchester, thank you as well. Pamun, my friend from Jos, Nigeria, thank you. Remy, thank you so much, Sister Remy. That's Sister Remy, I suppose.
That should be all. Yes, sir.
Samson Pagbo from Buffalo, thank you so much. Tokwe Fadari, thank you. Victor Palua from, is it Manitoba? You are in Canada. Thank you also for joining. We are grateful. So I'm hoping that the link is now ready. Please click
I didn't
in
hear my
to
name,
register
Dr.
again.
Olumuyiwa.
Oh, pardon me. Who's that?
Senior leadership.
Oh, I called you senior
I didn't see
leadership.
that
That's why
out
I
there.
didn't mention your name. I just called senior leadership, and I thought I was on point.
That was not my name.
It's senior leadership.
It's
That's
good.
the
It's good.
I
It's good,
appreciate
man.
it.
Thank you.
I've missed
Appreciate
seeing
it.
you. Don't worry. Very soon you'll see me again.
Yeah, please. Let's see you.
Are you still in Maryland?
No, it's in
No,
Texas.
Yeah, in Texas. Okay, so
no.
very soon we'll see you again. Thank
Okay,
you,
sir.
everyone, for sharing your time with us. For those of you in Nigeria, it's past 10 p.m. I know
Yes.
it's a bit long day. There's church tomorrow. Please do not leave this call without. Please do not leave this call without clicking on the link, the attendance link. Olakwa, you want to drop it a second time. Let me also specially thank the better half of our speaker for today, Mrs. Ayodeji Akin-abiri. She's the iPhone user, iPhone user 6. Thank you, Buki, for joining. Thank you so much for standing by your husband and the father of your daughters, hoping that you all are prepared to celebrate him tomorrow. The reason we're having this session today, Saturday, was because we didn't want to deprive any father of the opportunity to be celebrated on Sunday. So, Barnabas Suleiman, thank you, friend. That's the provost of one of the highest, one of the great institutes in Nigeria today. He leads as the provost there. I'm not sure if Tayo is still here. The CEO of Smalley's Diner. Okay, she must have stepped out. She's here as well. Thank you so much all for coming. We're grateful for you all. While I stop the recording, please let's ensure to exchange pleasant